Hi and welcome back to my channel. During these testing times where all of us or a lot of us are working from home now, etc, etc. So I've had a little bit of time and I thought on behalf of all the millions of Samsung users, I hope Samsung gets to see this, and if you agree with me, make a note in your comments. But I want to voice some of the complaints I have now with the Samsung new phones. I'm using the S20 Plus phone, which is a great phone by any standard, very good phone, but some of the things Samsung's been doing lately have really been annoying me and many other customers. First are the chips, what's called the chipsets, not fish and chips. Oh, there's a little fly in front of me there. Anyway, if you don't know, they use two kinds of chips. There's a I should stop and carry on, but no, we'll keep it running. So there's one that they use in America, which and there's one that they use pretty much for the rest of the world. The one they use in the rest of the world, which includes my phone, is their own one called an Exynos chip. And for those who don't know, on the brand new phones, you get 20% about less battery life, and the camera is not as good, the speed's not as good, and it gets more hot. And frankly, I don't think that's right. If you advertise a phone, it's got to be pretty much the same phone throughout the world. This is pretty disgusting, frankly, Samsung. And when you bring out your new phone, bear that in mind when you do the trade-ins. I'm not going to go too much into that. From the latest news I've heard, that you're going to stop producing your own Exynos chip, which would be very good. And therefore, the new chip that you use pretty much should be the same standard worldwide, even if it's not the same chip. But you've got to have the same product pretty much worldwide, because you're showing photographs of these new phones, what they can do, like the S20 Plus, and depending on which model you get, you can be very disappointing. That's not good, Samsung. Next one, the curved glass. It looks nice, and I'm sure you get quite a few customers buying it, but frankly, it's a real nightmare to get, especially with the Note series, a screen protector that works on it with the pen. So Samsung says you must use authorized Samsung accessories, and it does come with a screen protector. However, in other than Korea, you cannot buy that same screen protector from Samsung anywhere else in the world. That's dumb. So you have to buy $50 plus for a half decent screen protector, which still doesn't work that well with this fingerprint. So that means you're selling a phone that you cannot protect, and that's pretty dumb. Your fingerprint software is not the best as it is anyway, and then people who want to protect their $1,500 investment have to buy a screen protector that is not going to work, period. I mean, you've got to either stop the curved screen protector or improve your software. Samsung, very bad. Next one. Okay, the fingerprint, I've mentioned that. That is really annoying. Now, it does work well if you do not use a fingerprint, if you don't use a glass screen protector. It does work okay with the film screen protectors, but that doesn't really protect your phone if you drop it. It does for scratches. That's by the way. Next one. If it wasn't for Huawei, oh, I'm doing a video, some friends just walked by. If it wasn't for Huawei, you basically were losing the market share. Huawei would have been number 2 by now anywhere in the world. They had much better cameras, better software, better this, that and the other, and better prices. Now you've gone back a little bit because there's no real strong competition, at least throughout the world, other than you guys, and I think you're really taking advantage of that. Your software. If you're going to buy a flagship phone just to give 2 years of firmware and 1 extra year of security, that's just not on. Not for $1,500. Period. That is not on. At least give you 4 years of firmware updates and 1 more. iOS does better than you in that regard, way better, and you should at least start to come up in that area. Just not acceptable, frankly. You've got rid of a load of good features and replaced them with pretty crap features, frankly. And the reason this phone is jumping a little bit, my girlfriend Ty, who's filming this at the moment, is laughing for some unknown reason.
I saw the dog walk past you.
Okay, but the dog is not going to get paid extra for that. Okay. Right, you got rid of the heart rate sensor. Do you remember those? I'm using the Note 8 in my hand, but this is being filmed on the Note 10 Plus. It was a great thing. You could measure your heart just by putting your finger here. On that note, I still think the best place for a fingerprint sensor is on the back. Left-hand people could use it, right-hand people could use it. Out the way, everyone's holding a phone, dead easy. You haven't done that, Samsung, not good. So you had some great stuff. Infrared in the old days. You could operate your air conditioning wherever you are in the world, in a hotel, your TV. You don't have to pick up those someone else's controls now that, I was going to say, have viruses. That may not be the right term to use today because we're all hypersensitive. But bring back some of those great features. And what made the Note 10 Plus so good was it was the flagship, everything in it. Now you've just bundled loads of stuff in that no one really cares about. Sure, you do have a 3D scanner. It's great fun for 10 minutes, but no one ever uses it again. Waste of time, frankly. I'm sure you could have done better there. And putting the power button on the same side, that's a stupid, I don't know why you've done that. Everyone's other phone is always on that side. Just keep it consistent. Next one, Bixby. Looks like at long last you may be getting rid of it. I know Bixby does have some good features, but put those down as a separate app. If it does, like if you want to have a routine, call it routine, Samsung routines, but get rid of the Bixby. It hasn't worked. You've tried for 4 years. It's annoying. Just get rid of it. Spend that money on something a bit better. This may be the last time I film outside. There's too many mosquitoes. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? Great phones. I just think now you're starting to abuse your customers a little bit like Apple did, and that's why I stopped buying Apple products. So hopefully Samsung, you'll get to see this, and I'd love to publish a reply in my notes from you guys. But in the meantime, I just had to do this. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon, and please subscribe.